It takes a village to lift you higher. We teach the way, feed the fire. It takes a village.
Welcome to another episode of the Village Podcast where people help people. And I got somebody that I really, really value, somebody that's really close to me, head football coach, husband, father, friend, more importantly, a believer, somebody that I believe is going to inspire us all today with his words. So would y'all help me welcome to the show my brother, my friend, Seth Smith.
Clapping for myself.
Yeah.
Am I good to drink a little coffee on the side?
You good, brother. You good.
Okay.
How you doing this morning?
I'm doing good. You know, when you had first reached out and you told me to be me.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to be real.
Come on.
You know, because when you're invited to do this stuff and professionally you're in a spot where I'm at, for me, I'm going to always be real.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you grow as a person, all right, by being fake, one.
Yeah.
And I don't think you can help others that way either.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be real and I'm going to be raw. But when you first reached out, I kind of laughed a little bit because I'm like, Kendale, listen, you know, and I'm not saying this because I work this place. These are facts.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, the institution I work at is the top in the state, period. Maybe in the country for junior college.
Yeah.
And then you look athletically, every sport. I mean, we're surrounded with All-American coaches and players. You can't, it don't matter if it's cheer, if it's volleyball, if it's baseball, if it's rodeo, all right, if it's basketball, dominate.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got your boy right here.
Come on.
Now, for me, so when I said, yeah, I'll do it, I honestly didn't think it'd be this early. In my mind, I'm thinking, hey, we'll do it at the end of the season, you know, because I know I get one more swing at this thing. Hopefully we hit a home run this year.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're talking about, you know, tying this whole story together.
Yeah.
The other side of the storm, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
But we're doing it a little early.
Yeah.
So I'm here. I'm excited to be here. You ask questions, I'm going to answer. And hello, maybe we'll get lucky and it helps somebody.
And so look, so here's what I'll say. So you mentioned something about where you are professionally, and this is why I asked, and this is why I asked right now. Because I don't care about where you are professionally. I care about you.
Yeah.
So I'm not tied to you. I'm not connected to you. I don't pick up the phone and call you and check on you because of a football game.
Yeah.
When I met you on a football field at USM, I connected with somebody that I felt like I would be connected to for life. So when you say professionally, I don't see it like that. Now, look, I want to win. You want to win. No, nobody want to win more than we want to win.
Yeah.
But I'm saying you also need people in your life that's going to ride with you,
Mm-hmm.
that's going to value you, that's going to see you for more than what the scoreboard says. And that's why I felt like, nah, let's do it now, right? Let's do it now because we're going to do it again when it's time to do that on the other side. Correct. But like, you need people, like, because you said we can't be fake. We're connected because we real. We connected because we don't see no chucking and jiving in the way we live.
Right. So
what I'm saying is, man, I need some folks that can ride with me whenever it ain't pretty. And I'm still the same guy. Whenever you call me, hey, man, come talk to the team. Can you do devotion? I don't say, well, y'all ain't one. I ain't coming.
Yeah, thank God you wouldn't ever talk to us.
I'm saying I'm here because I'm all in. When I say I'm all in, I mean that. So I'm trying to tell you that I don't think you need the encouragement, but I'm just sharing it with you. Like, I'm not with you whether you win a game or not. Yeah. I'm with you because I believe you're a brother to me. You're a friend of mine, and I value who you are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why I'm with you. So professionally, that stuff will take care of itself.
Yeah.
Because you may find yourself going, if something happens, you can get called to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'm going to still pick up the phone. Hey, man, how you doing? So whenever I ask you how you doing, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, man, look, so you're a husband. We talk about faith, family, and football. And I believe that was the initial connection that when we connected on that football field at USM during those state playoff games, state championship games, or wherever that was, like, man, there was something about you that was like, man, he mean it when he say it. So, man, how is your faith helping carry you through this whole PRCC lifestyle?
That's the only reason I'm in this chair.
Yeah.
And that's the truth. That faith is why I didn't tap out. Mm-hmm. That faith is why I didn't say I'm going to get out of coaching. And that's the truth. That faith is also what helped get me here. Mm-hmm. You know, this is not my first rodeo in taking on a professional challenge.
Yeah.
You know, a long time ago, I left Picayune High School, who's a premier in the state one of the top high schools, really, you could say in the country.
Mm-hmm.
All right, to go to Pearl River Central to be a part of a turnaround. Well, God is good. It happened.
Mm-hmm.
I left there and went to another school that had been down.
Yeah.
That turnaround because of God, it happened.
Yeah.
And now I'm here. Now this hadn't happened near as quick as those.
Yeah.
But my point is, because I've lived these other things, and you don't let your identity get caught up in who you are professionally. That's why I can say those things. Like, I don't say that. I won't have a pity party.
Yeah.
I got a buddy right now who had horrible news about his wife. She got a horrible, horrible news in reference to cancer. You don't have to look far to realize, really, at the end of the day, how blessed we are.
Mm-hmm.
So I hadn't ever tried to live this journey as far as where I'm at now, but I've always kept my eyes on where we're going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't ever doubted.
Yeah.
And this thing has been ugly. I'm talking about stunk, been ugly.
Yeah.
But I hadn't doubted. You know, the hardest thing for me throughout this whole thing, and you're wired the same way in what you do, it's all about giving back and helping others. The reason I love coaching is you're trying to maximize a child to become something even greater than he knew he could be.
Mm-hmm.
Even greater than he, and that's whether you're coaching junior high, whether you're coaching in an NFL.
Mm-hmm.
God puts these people in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
You chose to coach. Nobody made you be a coach. That's also why I don't gripe about, I've done a poor job, and these people going to roll their eyes and be like, what's this dude still doing here? That don't bother me. I chose to do this.
Yes, sir.
I chose to do something where people are going to judge you publicly.
Yeah.
So that don't bother me.
Yeah.
But it also don't define me. But the hardest part of this job, to my point, is prior to getting here, these turnarounds usually took about 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And then the irony is, our second full year here, we had a great year.
Yeah.
It was the best year in 12 years.
Yeah.
People got awards. It was a big deal. It was JJ's year.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And but it just didn't ever take off.
Yeah.
But what was hard for me before here, you push kids so hard to help them become something they didn't know they could be. And the hardest part for me, these kids every year have done exactly what we've asked.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't give it to them on the field. That part has pained me. All I can hope is along the way, as we were trying to show them how to be successful in football, they took those tools and they're using them in life, because all those things work, man. They work. I've just hated it because, I've heard people say, man, you get them run through a wall. Every kid that I've coached here, and I mean this, they've played hard. They've run through the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't always tell them to run through the right one.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? We just run through the wrong wall.
And so check this out. So, because you done got me excited talking about this stuff now. So, and it don't take much for me, but like, here's why I believe you're where you're supposed to be, whether you're winning or not, whether you turned it around or not. Because oftentimes we connect our faith with everything going right, but you can be doing what you're supposed to be doing and stuff still not materialize like you want it to. If you think I'm lying, just think about Job.
Mm-hmm.
Job was considered in the Bible by God to be touched by the devil. Have you considered my son Job? So whenever I think about the ups, the downs, this is why I rock with you, because I ain't never seen you change your demeanor, your personality, who you are. Like, every time you get on the phone, it's not a pity party. It's like, hey, man, we going back at it another day. And that's what real faith looks like.
Yeah.
People sell this dream to make you think that faith is something that, it's all good. Man, you don't have to have a lot of faith whenever it's all good.
Yeah.
Anybody could have that. But I'm talking about, you mentioned one kid, JJ. This is why I see the wins in it. Like, man, we baptized JJ on campus.
Yeah.
At the church in Poplarville, we baptized him. Kid come from Memphis, one shot, one chance. Now he's done got his master's degree. So we can't say we losing.
Yeah.
We can't say it's not working, because that kid is getting ready to go to the draft.
Yeah.
He's preparing in California for the combine. So the wins are around, and this is what real faith looks like. People are expecting it. Oh yeah, he got there. He just won. He got energy.
Yeah.
He's the right guy. But I'm saying kids that have left this program have gone on to be better men.
Yeah.
And I believe the win is in that. And God is saying, I could trust you with the struggle.
Yeah. No, and listen, I completely agree with all that. But and that is the eternal.
Mm-hmm.
Those are eternal wins, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But while we're still on this earth,
We want to win now.
I got to feed my family.
Yes,
So
yes,
we
sir.
still want to win on the scoreboard.
Yes, sir. We will.
And the reason I haven't run from this, And I know I get one more crack at it, baby. One more swing. I got to be like Mark McGuire, take my protein. When that pitch comes this year, we got to hit it.
Gotta go.
We can't miss it.
Gotta go. Yeah.
But I'm not kidding you, as ugly as it's looked, I haven't ever doubted that the day's coming. I just know in my whole heart that I didn't move my family years ago and leave an unbelievable situation and come here. Just there's more to the story, and I know that. Mm-hmm. And then when we get to the other side of that story, we'll sit down here and do podcast number 2.
Yeah.
We'll title this one "To Be Continued."
Yes, sir.
Okay, because there's another part to this.
Yes, sir.
There's no doubt.
So let me ask you this. So whenever it talks about the adversity, man, because your family, we talk about your faith,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what drives you. That's what got you here. That's what's sustaining you. But then we talk about the family aspect. Like, as a coach in his family, man, they feel everything too.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So how do you navigate that space? Because you got 4 boys, you got a beautiful wife, and I'm saying everybody in it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying everybody in it. Like, they all love Pearl River Community College, and they all in with it.
Yeah.
So how do you navigate that space? Because you have a lot of responsibility. You got to still go home and be daddies. You got to still go home and be husband. And then you still have to deal with the adversity that comes with coaching.
Yeah. I would think, I haven't been in your home, but I know you well. And I don't sit around thinking, let me act like this or this. I'm just going to try to be the best version of me. And this is what I mean by that. Being consistent.
Mm-hmm.
So your question, my answer would be consistency.
Mm-hmm.
If you go in my home, I feel confident if you ask any of my 4 boys or my wife, the way I act in my house is the same way if they come on campus and they watch me talk to the team, or my 2 oldest boys, they played for me.
Mm-hmm.
The way I am around those guys, or the way I am around the caf, I try to be the same.
Mm-hmm.
That way they see a picture of consistency.
Yes, sir.
And not a roller coaster. Because the devil wants you to live on a roller coaster. When it's good, I'm here. When it's bad, I'm there. That don't mean that light's shining.
Yeah.
My goal is to not let my light go out regardless of what I'm living in.
That's it.
Well, if I'm consistent,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm trying to remind myself every day, it's a great day to wake up. It's a great day to be, I'm blessed.
Yeah.
Even when it's hard. Now, that ain't easy.
Nah. Yeah.
And the irony is, this is what I love right here. Now I'm moving. I'm kind of fidgety. Maybe it's the coffee, but this is why I love talking about this stuff. All
Yeah.
right?
Come on.
So you coach a kid to maximize his ability. You maximize his ability. Obviously, you got to teach him technique and word all that, but by pulling the effort out in him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what, man, life is. Even your faith requires effort. I was having a great conversation with one of my family members yesterday, and it takes effort when you're going through something hard to wake up and choose to turn that light on. And I'm talking about your light to others, because people are watching.
Mm-hmm.
And the day that you pick your phone up and you called me and I seem different would be the day I chose to let the devil jump in there and start pulling me down. I'm not doing that. I would be a hypocrite at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Because the one thing I try to preach to our players, and this is the truth, they ain't but one person in life can break you, and that's you.
That's it.
That's you. Jesus is the greatest gift God ever gave us.
That's
but
it.
I'm telling you, right behind that is the gift of choice.
That's it.
We didn't get to choose who our parents were or how we came in the world. But once we get in the world, we actually get to choose. I can choose when I wake up what tone I want to set, how my mindset's going to be, how my attitude's. I get to choose all that. Nobody else but me.
Mm-hmm.
I get to choose if I let a situation break me,
Mm-hmm.
if I let another man break me.
Yes, sir.
And I refuse to do that. Now, it takes effort, and it takes a lot of prayer and a lot of belief. That's why I walk around like a crazy person sometimes. I'd be walking in the cafeteria saying, "Joy of the Lord is my strength." That's me kind of fighting a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Fighting a little bit.
Yes, sir.
But I do it.
But so listen, so I think it's profound that you talk about that, because when students see it, you don't know the impact you're having. Like, you say that, like, it makes me think sometimes, man, you must be crazy to believe this.
Yeah.
But I should be crazy.
Yeah.
Because that's the kind of crazy faith it takes to get knocked down and just get back in the fight.
Yeah.
Like Rocky on Rocky IV.
Yeah.
I'm saying I watch it with a different lens every time I see it, and I'm like, man, why is he not quitting?
Yeah.
Why does he keep getting back up? And it was because he was trying to avenge Creed's death.
Yeah.
His why was so much bigger.
Yeah.
And that's what drives me.
Yeah.
Like, because it ain't pretty. Like, I get attacked from all different angles. Different stuff happens day to day in my life and my family. But, man, every day I wake up, God, you gave me another shot.
Yeah.
So here we go. And I believe your family is better as a result of you having that consistency that you talk about, because that's the kind of people I really want in my life.
Yeah.
I don't want people I don't know what I'm going to get when I get him today.
Yeah.
Like whenever is he going to be speaking today? Like, is he going to be in a bad mood today? Like that. And so that's why I'm so drawn to the connection that we have, because man, you've never in the past 6 or 7 years it has been, you've never wavered. I'm saying losing games we're supposed to win.
Yeah.
You've never wavered.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that dude crazy like me.
Yeah.
Because it don't look pretty,
No,
but he's still believing.
I'm going to tell you, as you're saying that, I'm listening. I haven't wavered, and I won't. As long as I'm breathing, I ain't wavering. I was laughing. I hadn't wavered, but I've aged. I told you I wore a hat.
Yeah.
I'm losing my hair. I'm getting these bags under my eyes.
Yeah.
But no, I hadn't wavered. And and it boils down to this. You're going to meet way smarter people. I'm a pretty simple fellow. My old man was a pretty simple guy. And he used to say some little nuggets, and then when you get older, they start to kind of grow a little bit.
Yeah.
And when you hear them when you're young, like, this guy's crazy.
Yeah.
You get older, you're like, you know what? There was a little wisdom in that nugget.
Mm-hmm.
But hadn't wavered. And it boils down to this, like, our faith is hope. Like, our faith, what we live, what we believe, gives you hope every day.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you hope every day. It don't promise you tomorrow, but it gives you hope every day. And this is another thing I try to remind myself. No matter what I'm going through, if I'm not promised tomorrow, why am I going to waste today? I'm not gonna.
Wow.
But again, that takes effort.
Wow.
It takes effort.
Yeah.
And this is the best part to me about being a Christian and having the faith we have. If God takes me tomorrow, it's a win-win.
Mm-hmm.
Are you kidding me? I get to go to heaven.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want to die.
Yeah, you will want to go to
be old.
Right.
To be old. I want to live and see Pearl River football win a championship. I want to live to be a granddad. But my point is, when you live with this mindset and you know in your mind you're living a win-win, meaning when God does take me home, I'm going to somewhere even better. That's unbelievable. Mm-hmm. It allows you to live with joy and peace and not in fear.
Yeah.
Because that's all fear is doubt.
That's it.
And people try to control their own narrative. God's controlling that narrative.
That's it.
Now, you got to put in the work. You can't be a fool. You can't be lazy. You got to work.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you got to put in the work. And whatever the results are, you got to trust it and you got to move forward. But you don't trust it, move forward, pouting, doubting. You trust it, move forward, still fighting and believing. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of what I try to do. And I'll do that today, tomorrow, and every day.
So let me ask you this. Because you said the gray hair. And I guess, man, I went bald at 25, 26, 27.
Come on with it.
So I must have went through some stuff that got me to that place. But what have you learned about coaching, about leadership, about leading young men and leading other men that coach in the past 6 years? What have you learned since you came that you didn't? Because, and the reason why I'm asking you this, because what I thought I knew in my 20s is different now that I'm 40.
Yeah.
I see it, like, even when I read scripture now.
Yeah.
Because I've matured.
Yeah.
It has changed my perspective on what it means.
Yeah.
Right? So when I was 20, I thought it meant something else.
Yeah.
But as I've grown and I've lived, some stuff don't matter as much to me. Some stuff is not as important to me. I don't have a whole bunch of friends in my life that I'm around all the time because my life, and I learned a lot. So what have you learned through the adversity, through the ups, through the downs, through life itself about these past 6 years?
You know what's crazy is, and that's a great question. It's something I think about often. And believe it or not, as far as what did I learn about people, I learned what I already knew. That's one. Now, if we're talking schematically, since I got here, what did I learn? I learned that I was a long way away. I learned that I had a lot to learn from a X and O standpoint, from a recruiting standpoint, from a financial aid standpoint, from all these other things that were new to me when I got here.
Yeah.
But what confirmed me, and I'll die on this hill because I've lived it, I know this for a fact, I've coached them all, is to me, there was just, before I got here, kind of a negative narrative about a JUCO kid that's as foreign, that's a lie. What I was reminded of, it don't matter if the kid's black, if the kid's white, whatever, the color is irrelevant. Mm-hmm. As a coach, when you look at a young man and you lay out an expectation, most of the time, and if you hold them accountable and they know they have to hit, like there's not an option, this is how we do things. That kid he's gonna rise to the occasion. He's not going to be a turd, regardless of his color, whether he's a white kid, black kid, old, young. That's so irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been one of the most incredible things. And all it was a reminder. It was what I knew. But junior college, D1, doesn't matter. Kids are kids, and they're going to do what you allow them to do, just like parenting.
That's it.
But it's your job as the coach or as the parent. Here's the standard. Here's our rules and regulations. Go meet them. And then along the way, you love them.
Yeah.
It's amazing when you love that child and that child knows you love them, what they'll do.
That's it.
It's amazing. And to me, that's the key. I know that may sound corny, but
no, that's it. That's it.
Because a lot of these kids come from backgrounds, they ain't been loved much. They've been hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't know how to trust really.
Yeah.
They've had people lie to them or do crazy things to them.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not used to somebody genuinely just loving them and caring for them. And once they see that, man, you talk about running through a wall for you. But that's probably been my biggest takeaway. People are people. And then the coaches I've worked with everywhere, they've been fantastic. I mean, it's the same way. As a head coach, you set the standard, you set the temperature.
Mm-hmm.
There's been way more downs than ups since I've been here. But we haven't ever at any point had an eggshell atmosphere in that field house.
Mm-hmm.
Not doing it. That would go against everything me and you are talking about. It would be disrespectful for us to go up there and start being negative because we lost or we were losing or we hadn't gotten there yet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then how can you sit around and talk about being grateful about all these things you have, but all you focus on is what you don't have?
Yeah.
That's crazy to me, and that's not going to happen.
So here's another thing, man. And Coach Avalon and I talked about it while he was here. We talked about, how special PRCC is. The reason why I believe that holds true too, because I believe that Dr. Brillwood knows who he has in you. Because if you just be real, we say we're going to win.
Yeah.
And that's all we cared about.
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't be here.
If that's
we
all,
might still be in a podcast, but I wouldn't be here wearing this. Yeah.
If that's all but he knows that we set a standard when it comes to athletics.
Yeah.
We're going to help build young men and young women so that they can go be successful in society at whatever they decide to do.
Yeah.
And that's what we want to try to implement.
Yeah.
And so that's whenever you talk about the administration, we talk about the leadership down there. Like, what do they mean to you?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I mean, you just said it. One, we're not here without that. And listen, I'm not saying this for brownie points. I'm out of brownie points. I ain't got no brownie. My brownie points are zero. They're over.
Yeah.
I've used them all.
Yeah.
I ain't got no more lifelines.
Yeah.
But the thing, and this is, I want to say this. I don't want to get emotional when I say this, but this is the truth. Like, Dr. Brillwood is the best boss I've ever had. And people are going to be like, well, of course, you're still. No, he understands people. There's a reason why our campus or our institution, not just in Poplarville, but Pearl River Community College, is growing at a higher level than anybody else. This man knows how to motivate. He knows how to inspire, and he knows how to love people. Mm-hmm. He knows how to pour into people. Mm-hmm. All right. There's a reason why our athletic department, other than with the sport I'm coaching, and we're going to get there, is the best in the country. It's because of that man right there. And when you work for somebody like him, and again, I'm saying this, I don't have brownie points left. This is from the heart.
I'm with you.
You want to prove him right. You want to prove him right. You want to prove him right. Like, hey, he brought me in, and that's what I've been trying to do.
Yeah.
That's what I've been trying to do.
Yeah.
It just ain't on my timing.
Yeah.
And I have failed along the way, but in the end, I tell you, I believe with my whole heart, the day's coming when we had this to be continued, that we'll get to talk about the other side.
Yes, sir.
I really do, and I wanted to give people hope because life ain't easy, man. Mm-hmm. That would be a farce to sit up here and talk about. It's not easy. Mm-hmm. It's not easy, but it's possible.
And so think about this. Like, when you talk about the administration, you talk about the culture, you talk about the adversity part of it. Like, I believe people need to learn from this session, this show, what we're doing right now, because they need to know it's not easy.
Yeah.
They need to know that you can start something that God called you to and get your teeth kicked in.
Yeah,
and he's saying, what are you going to do now?
Yeah.
Right? Because like social media, I'm saying it's a double-edged sword with me. Like, it's a blessing and a curse for me. I'm saying, like, I sometimes despise social media.
Yeah.
As much as I engage on it, because people have painted this picture of something that's not real.
Correct.
I'm saying parenting. They made you think their kids are just perfect. They made you think their marriage is just perfect. They made you think all their finances. And I'm like, man, what bubble do y'all live in? My job. Listen, I applied when I trying to work for Shell.
Yeah.
I only think I told a few people this. I applied for Shell 10 times. I had 3 different interviews.
Yeah.
I just believed without a shadow of a doubt that I could come from where I came from, have what I have and didn't have what I had, and still get hired on with Shell.
Yeah.
That was a belief.
Yeah.
I could have quit after the first one. So I don't have no pretty story.
Yeah.
I don't have no happily ever after and all this stuff. No. It's been some tough stuff. So whenever I come and speak to the team, that's what I bring. I bring the fire that has been,
because you've lived it.
Oh, it done made me.
Yeah.
It done made me.
Yeah.
And so those are the type of things that I think helps us navigate life more than just winning instantly.
Yeah.
Because it's some hard days coming.
I think what happens, and you're spot on, because obviously, listen, I reflect on this stuff all the time. And this is the truth too. I don't want to, look, it's embarrassing. All right? It's like,
for you, I'm saying for you, you saying that.
I'm being raw with you. I'm being real.
I get it.
As a man, before I got here, because of God's greatness and great players, wasn't because of me, but because of those 2 other variables, man, we took it to these places that hadn't been before.
Mm-hmm.
You don't ever get arrogant because it wasn't you, it was God that did it, but it makes it a little easier when you pop in that basketball game. Makes it a little easier when you go to that baseball game. A little easier when you go in Ramey's, all right?
Yeah.
But right now, when you're the guy with the bag on us, I'm just being real with you.
I get you.
To be real.
I get it.
Like, it doesn't test you, but you keep reminding you it's coming. It's coming. And I don't lose that. And you're right. Right now, this story is ugly. I'm talking about real. I'm talking about ugly.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a beauty in it, and that beauty will be seen.
Yeah.
And you don't get to the pretty part if you can't fight through the ugly stage.
So look, let me tell you this. So my wife and I, we had this house in Summerall, and we had it was a slope that went down, and we had a sewage leak. And so you talk about the ugly stuff.
Yeah.
The manure, the stinking stuff. So man, listen, I could not get this stuff fixed at all. I'm saying I couldn't get this drain. We put more field lines in and nothing would change it.
Yeah.
And bro, listen, the prettiest grass was growing in that one spot.
Yeah.
I'm saying like the rest of the grass was okay.
Yeah.
But the prettiest grass was growing in the worst smelly condition.
Yeah.
And so when I ask you about what have you learned, you ain't lost you in the process. Still the same guy, right? Yeah, bags under your eye, hair going, whatever that look like. But I'm saying that's the reason why we keep getting back up.
Yeah.
Because we have learned how to use this ugly stuff and find the beauty in it.
Yeah.
And find the beauty in it when we talk about the kids that are leaving the program. Not just the kids that are leaving the program that's doing what JJ doing. Yeah. I'm saying several of these kids are going D1 somewhere.
Yeah.
Several of these kids' lives are changing drastically because of what's happening at Pearl River Community College. And that's the blessing in it. Like that's and here's one thing, man. I'm gonna try not to get choked up about this. But I saw it, we was at a football game one night. And Brillwood was throwing the football with my son.
Yeah.
And I just took a picture of it. Because the same place that we talk about now.
Yeah.
When I was 18 years old, he was my dean of students.
Yeah.
He wrapped his arm around me, mentored me.
Yeah.
Gave me an opportunity, showed me a picture of what was possible. And man, I struggled when I was texting him. I said, man, when you helped me, you wasn't just helping me.
Yeah.
You was helping my kids.
Mm-hmm.
You was helping my wife. Mm-hmm. Because all that helped me become the man that I am today. Mm-hmm. And that's the impact that I believe Seth Smith is having. Far beyond the game. And I'm saying, listen, because I know you'll talk about it till the cows come home. We're going to win. Bro, we going to win. Yeah. I believe that. Yeah. We turning it around even in the midst of this stuff. Yeah. The storm will eventually cease. Yeah. The woman that bled for 12 years, the issue of blood, she finally touched. Mm-hmm. It ended one day. But I'm saying, man, I don't never want you to discount. I don't never want you to overlook the impact you're having on people's lives. JJ would stop everything he's doing right now to come to PRCC if we asked him to.
Yeah.
That's big, bro.
Yeah. No, I mean, you know, you say that about Brillwood, that just sums it up. That sums up the kind of man, the kind of boss is, which is why you want to fight for people like that. You know, and I think again, just to simplify, the reason to me, I don't think you waver when it's hard. When you do what we do, because ultimately, to be great at what we do, and I'm not talking about just the win, I'm talking about the people part.
Mm-hmm.
To be great at it, it can't ever be about you.
Mm-hmm.
If I waver, I made it about me.
Wow.
Because all these kids are watching me every day talk about, hey, you
Wow.
attack today, baby, attack it. Wake up. Thank
That's
you,
big.
God, for another good one.
Mm-hmm.
If I come in and I'm moping and I'm pouting, I've now made it about me.
Wow.
If I make it about me, I'm not helping them.
Mm-hmm.
Our job is to help them, help elevate them, help elevate their life. So that, in the same way with my children, that's why I try to be as consistent in that home as I am in that field house.
Mm-hmm.
Because the day that I stop being consistent is the day I start being selfish. And I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Because this life ain't about us. It's always about what can we do to others?
Mm-hmm.
How can we give back? How can we help them?
Yeah.
And I know for a fact that kids that have come through our program, I'm confident they've learned life tools. The thing that I hate, I haven't been able to give them enough back on the football field. I haven't.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, when you do what you do, when I'm doing, when it don't matter what you do, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
When you're a Christian and when you're a believer and you realize what God has given us,
Mm-hmm.
it's not about us. It's not.
Yeah.
So when you know that, you don't get in your feelings
Mm-hmm.
because you don't want your feelings to pull other people down.
That's it.
You want your feelings to elevate people because that's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be a light if it's dark.
That's it.
And there's darkness around us. And the only way I can be a light in the dark is to be consistent.
That's it.
And that's why I'm going to die that way.
And man, look, man, I think that it's important, that message alone about not letting your feelings dictate to you how you're going to show
Yeah.
up, because somebody else is depending on you.
Yeah.
Like my kids, how you feel right
Yeah.
now, money still got to be made. They
Mhm.
still need to get fed. They still need the stuff that
Yeah.
that you supposed to be
Yeah.
doing, you're responsible for. And this is manhood we talking
Yeah.
about. Right? We started talking about faith, family, and football, but
Yeah.
like this is what really makes a man.
Mhm.
This is what makes a woman
Mhm.
when I could get outside of myself
Yeah.
and see, hey, there's
Yeah.
something bigger
Yeah.
at work than this. God could be using me to help show them
Yeah.
what it's like to be a man, what it's like to go through adversity, what it's like to have the ups and downs in
Yeah.
life and still show up every day
Yeah.
saying,
Yeah.
you got me yesterday,
Yeah.
but I'm back in this thing.
Ain't gonna stop swinging.
I'm back in this thing. So look, so we're football season gonna come up,
Oh yeah.
right? And we gonna get another shot to talk about this stuff.
One more big
right?
swing, baby.
But how excited are you, man, for the upcoming season?
Oh, abundantly. Let me say this before I say that part, because you want raw, I'm gonna be raw. I should be embarrassed to say this as a 43-year-old man, but somebody might hear, even if it's one person, and it might sprinkle a little hope on them. You know, along the way, you're also not a robot. You are human. There's been many days by myself. Let the right song come on. Oh, I'm boohooing.
Yeah.
You know, because it is hard. It is. But then you say a big prayer. You thank God for the opportunity. You thank God for the adversity because you know the growth that's coming.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go out and you help elevate. But to the question you just asked, man, if I wasn't excited or I didn't still believe wholeheartedly, we don't have enough time for me to really tell you why I believe. Just know I've learned a lot along the way. And I'll start by saying I wasn't ready for this when I took this. I wasn't. Dr. Brillwood, there's patient people and then there's beyond patient, merciful people. He's the beyond patient, merciful. But I also realized my 9 lives are done. Like it's all or none. And I'm ready for that. I love that. Like that pressure, that excitement. If you're a competitor, you appreciate it. And I'm ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we got some new guys with us helping us. They did an awesome job recruiting. I love what we have right now in the spring. I love what we're bringing in the summer, what we just signed.
Mm-hmm.
And more than anything, I'm excited to hopefully finally be able to display the content knowledge that I've been able to pull the past 5.5 years and put it on display.
Yeah.
And we'll see. Like I said, listen, only God knows. Only God knows the next chapter.
Yeah.
But I know with my whole heart, I believe with my whole heart that this whole thing is going to come together. I really believe that.
And man, as you're talking, and I didn't even have plans on talking about this today, but but the ministry of it. The reason why I think, you're a do well and you remind me of coaches, or you can relate to coaches that understand purpose.
Yeah.
Like, this is bigger than you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, ministry, God is using you as a coach. Like, that's what we talk about at FCA.
Yeah.
To and through a coach.
Mm-hmm.
To and through a coach.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Billy Graham that said a coach will touch more lives than a preacher will in a lifetime.
Yeah.
And so when you think about that thought, what does that mean to you?
I mean, it just confirms everything we've been talking about. If you make it about yourself, you can't help anybody. You're only worried about you.
Mm-hmm.
You are. But if you make a conscious effort every day to squeeze the most out of what God put in front of you every day, well, then your light is going to naturally shine. And this too is why you don't get in your feelings right here. I know I'm off course, but I'm going to tie
Come
this
on,
together.
talk to me.
Growing up, Rudy was one of my favorite movies. I love that movie.
Yeah.
And I laugh. This hit me like just recently. It may have been yesterday, because when you asked me to do this, I'm like, oh Lord, we got to talk quick. I got to have some stuff. It's like it popped in my head. So Rudy, I used to love that movie. The guy, he just got beat to pieces. Well, I laugh. I'm like little Rudy the past 5.5 years. But when you coach, you talk about being a team player. A great team player, you can't be selfish. You got to be selfless. Well, remember I told you I'm at an institution. This is the truth. Mike Avalon, he's best in the country. Only to me is top in the country. Coach Sinead, top in the country. Our rodeo team is great. Our cheerleading team just won a national championship. Volleyball wins every year. Soccer wins every year. So I'm surrounded by all Americans. So I'm like little Rudy sitting on that bench, going to practice, pop, pop, getting hit. But when he finally got put in, baby, he went and got that sack, and it was a celebration.
Yes, sir.
That's kind of how. So, like, so many times too, when you're in these storms and you make it about yourself, you lose sight of what everybody. I've tried to be the best cheerleader on campus, and it ain't fake; it's genuine. You either get bitter or you get better, and that's been the choice. And to your point about what Billy Graham said, you all these life lessons you teach every day, you teach them every day to these kids, and these kids are watching. And that's why you got to be consistent. Because if you can be consistent in what you're preaching, and they physically, because a lot of people want to physically see it. They physically see you carrying through what you're saying, then you are touching that life. And to Billy Graham's point, absolutely. Right now we got almost 60 kids in the spring. This summer we'll have 90. That's a lot of kids you're coming in contact with. And in JUCO football, every year there's a turnover. Yeah. Every year. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it just goes to what we do is so much greater than us. It's so much greater than us. And you hope that you can give back in the way you treat people, and the way you love people, and the way you motivate people. Give back to them a way that can help them. And if that helps them, then guess what they can do one day? They can help somebody else. That's it. And then it just keeps going and reciprocating on now. Yeah.
So look, man, we talked about a to be continued.
Yeah.
But I want to personally say this to you, and I think I've told you this before, man. I appreciate you for letting me be a part of the journey. Whether you think it's one that's worth being on or not, when I get that call and you say, hey, man, you got devotion today, it still means something to me.
Yeah.
Because I'm a part of the team, too.
Yeah.
I'm a part of the fight with you.
Yeah.
Whenever the game we win, I text you. When we lose, hey, just keep fighting. Like, it's people like you that have always let me know that God is still calling, still helping. I got several people in my life that helps me see the value in me. And that's what means more to me than you ever know, because I enjoy being a part of the journey. I enjoy being the guy that when it's time to go and you say, hey, man, look, it's time to get it on, go get them. And I go and I give y'all what I got. So, man, that means something to me. So thank you from like a brother, from a friend, to letting me be a part of the journey.
Well, thank you. And I know we had 30, we had 39. So I'll help tie it up with this, but this is the truth. We sit here and you say these nice things, but I want you to understand too, the reason I'm sitting here is because you're the same way. You're genuine. Don't think, when I was learning you early, look, I love people, but when you do what we do,
You got to watch
you
folks.
you can get burned a little bit, so you naturally can Heisman pose a little bit. It's
Yeah.
still fall. I want to make sure this guy's legit before I pull him in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And there's been times you came and gave speeches that would make, I'm talking about a team win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then we come back in, we're missing an eye and a tooth. We got whipped again.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I'm human. I'm being real with you. I'd be thinking, he may not come back, like clockwork. And when you would talk to me, this is what I loved. You didn't ever give me pity. I don't like that. You always encouraged. You always encouraged and you poured into me. And what you don't understand, what I love you so much for, you pour into us as coaches, it's like keeping our tanks full. Because by you pouring into us, it keeps us full to pour into the kids. Because that's your ministry right there.
Yeah.
I told you when I met you, you had a gift, and you do. Everybody, you're rare, and I mean that. Like, everybody ain't got what you got, and it's awesome to see you using it.
I appreciate that.
And I feel like I'm in here with a celebrity because I've told you many times, your platform, I'm serious, Kendale, I'm not kidding.
Appreciate you.
We'll grow and grow and grow. It will.
I appreciate
You're different,
you,
and I'm honored to be here. And I hate we went to 41 minutes, but I'm honored.
No, it's
to be
all
here.
good. It's worth it. It's worth every bit of it. Worth every bit of it. So look, that wraps up another episode of the Village Podcast where people help people, man. Listen, I'm leaving away inspired by my brother, my friend, Coach Seth Smith. So, hey, look, don't forget to like, share, and share this with somebody, and hopefully it'll change their life too.
It takes a village.